Hey, what's up? It's Jiaming, a Scratch game maker. I'm excited to share my Scratch games with you on this channel. I will also turn them into tutorials, so you can make your own game too. This time, I want to share with you a rhythm action game. It was submitted in the first Scratch Game Jam on itch.io, and it got the top score. Pretty cool, right? Oh, and if you are interested, the third Scratch Game Jam is coming up soon. Check out the link in the description.
Protocol.
I will show you how I made this game, but first, we need to focus on those beats. Beat is everything in a rhythm game. In this video, I will demo how to make the light on the screen flash with the beat. Ready? Let's get started!
Protocol.
First, I need to prepare the game asset. The tileset I used in my game is from craftpix.net. Here is what a prepared asset look like. First, there is a background for the city block, and the neon lights have been saved as a separate sprite. We'll use it later to create a flickering effect. The animated ads in the background are frame-by-frame animations saved in this sprite. Similarly, the characters' actions are frame-by-frame animations. And finally, I added a filter to this sprite. For the game's music, it comes from Rusted Music Studio. I use Media Util in Gandi IDE to play it, because I will use some unique features of Media Util later. I uploaded the music to my cloud backpack, so all the necessary assets are ready to go. My approach to making beat-synced lighting is to send a broadcast signal on each beat while music is playing, and have the background and character run code when they receive the broadcast. I use Media Util to play music. First, click the button to reload the cloud audio. Then, use this block to load audio file, and wait for it to load successfully. Before playing music, it needs to be loaded. The lazy loading method reduces the game's file size and allows for faster gaming opening. The audio files are downloaded only when needed. Play music from the beginning. When the music is finished, it will stop. Alright, we can now play sound. Next, how do we broadcast messages according to the beat of the music? The first thing that comes to mind is the music extension in Scratch, which includes a block for setting the tempo. The music I have chosen has a tempo of 100 beats per minute. With the rest for 1 beat block and a forever loop, a beat broadcast signal can be sent every beat. Let's try it out. To observe the effect, create a variable called beat count. Set its value to 0 when the music starts playing, and change it by 1 each time. It sends a broadcast message. Although it's difficult to notice, it doesn't seem to be strictly on beat with the music. There is a way to verify this. The music has a total of 282 beats. If the beat count value is 282 after playing the music, then it is correct. Let's try it out. It's not correct. Did you notice that there were many missing beats? This is because there is a delay on each beat, which adds up and causes many beats to be missed. During Scratch runtime, running each blocks takes a bit of time. Although it's a small amount of time, it has significant impact after more than 200 iterations of the loop. This is unacceptable in rhythm game. What should we do? There is actually another method. Since the music's BPM is 100, we know that each beat's time interval is 0.6 seconds. We can use time intervals to make things on beat. In the media util, there is a block that can obtain the music's playback progress. When it is equal to a multiple of 0.6 seconds, a message should be broadcast. We can modify the loop to be like this. If the current playback progress is equal to bit count multiplied by 0.6, broadcast a bit message and then change the value of bit count by 1. Now, let's try it again. Why did it stop? Let's take a look at the playback progress value. Did you see it? It is a long number. When running the program, it's unlikely to be exactly equal to a multiple of 0.6. So we can consider values within a small range. If we subtract a multiple of 0.6 from the playback progress, take the absolute value, and check if it less than 0.05, then it is close enough. Let's try it again. It's starting to play the beat more accurately. Let's try playing the entire music now. The value of bit count at the end of music is 283, which is correct since there is an additional bit at the end. Alright, now we can broadcast messages according to the beat. Let's implement some cool effect, like flickering light and a swinging character. First, in the background, when you click the green flag, switch the costume to the background and clone itself. Once the clone is created, switch its costume to the light and move it to the front layer. When it receives the bit message, let the clone use the ghost effect to make the light flickering. But we need to distinguish between the original and the clone. To do that, install the simple MMO extension and use a block to determine if the code is running in the clone. If it is, set a ghost effect to 16. And then repeat the process twice. Reduce the ghost effect by 30, then increase it by 30. Give it a try and see how it looks. Not bad, right? Now let's move on to the character. You will notice that the character's ideal state has 4 frames. We can use the remainder to switch between these 4 frames when we receive the bit message. To do this, use string to switch the character's costume. With the number being the remainder of bit count divided by 4 plus 1. This way, it can cycle between the 4 numbers. Let's try running it again. Awesome! It looks really cool now. Let's try adding some effect to our project. I will load a quick extension and add a noise, skyline, and shadow effect. Wow, it looks really cool. Our bit detecting demo is complete. You can use this approach to create all kinds of projects that match the beat of the music. In the next episode, we are going to dive into the combat system of the game and make sure that the enemies show up in order based on the music arrangement. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you will not miss out. And I will see you all next week.